What's going on, team? What's going on, team? Welcome to tonight's damn, isolation session for October 1st. Isolation session 2025. Hope you guys had a good day today. Hope you guys had a great week so far. I'm gonna give everybody another 3 minutes to join. 7:30, we will get started. Any questions beforehand, let me know. Any specific pairs you guys want me to go over, let me know. The ones we are going to be going over, the ones we go over every single day, the ones that we look at to trade, the ones with the red flag next to their name, starting off with AUD USD, finishing off with US oil. Man. Again, guys, any questions, let me know. Just going to give everybody another 2 minutes to join, and then we will get started. Any questions at all? Anything you guys had on your watch list today that you want me to go over? Any trades you guys took today, whether it was a win or a learning trade, let me know. We'll go over it, no problem. Yeah, what's good, Muhammad? Man, it's allergies are going crazy, yo. It was so sunny today. It was such a beautiful day, and then all of a sudden it started raining. Then it got humid. Then inside the house is freezing. So I'm just going crazy, bro. Like I got home about like literally I got home at 7 on the dot. Made some quick food, ate it, and I'm just over here like I feel stuffy, and I know I sound stuffy too. But it's just the change in climate, bro. From it was like 102 degrees out up until like 5:30, 6 p.m. And then it started raining, and it went down from fucking 100 degrees down to 70, like 6. And then it got humid, and now it's freezing in the house. So bear with me, guys. I'm sorry about that. I'm not getting sick. I'm just stuffy from the allergies and the change of climate. What's good, bro? Chilling, man. Chilling. Trying to balance out, man, my time on screen and time being in the house. I'm just trying to go out a little bit more, bro. I'm fucking tired of being in the house all day, bro. I'm not gonna lie. We got the beta though tomorrow. That's a fact. That's a fact. Can't wait to start binging, bro. But I haven't even seen the gameplay, bro. I completely forgot that shit was the COD Next where they were showcasing the game. I forgot it was yesterday. Um, but it's all good. I want to play the game before I even give my opinion. So I've been avoiding Twitter and Instagram. I've been avoiding social media for the last couple days. I don't want to see no clips of the game. I don't want to. I don't want to spoil it, bro. I just want to play it, give my own opinion. I did see that rank play doesn't come out until season two. Season two usually starts mid-January, going into February. So uh, I'm definitely, I'm not gonna compete. That's something that I've thought about for the last couple months. I'm like, oh man, maybe I should come back. Maybe I should compete. But again, it's just It's not the time for it yet. It's not the time for it. It'll be super impossible to compete while also doing the classes. Pretty much it. That's the only thing that's stopping me from competing is just the classes, the one-on-one sessions, the trading sessions, the isolation session. There's just not enough time in the world to be able to do it together. There's just no way. Um, unless I unless I only do one-on-one sessions on Sundays and Saturdays, Saturday evenings after 4 p.m. maybe, and then Sundays is the only days I'll be available all day if I decide to compete. Um, and that's not ideal. It's not ideal for anyone. You know what I mean? It's not ideal for people who don't want to do work on a weekend. It's not ideal for traders who don't have time on the weekend to do one-on-one sessions and they want to do it throughout the week. So it's really not it's not ideal, right? Especially doing the isolation sessions at 7 p.m. Usually scrims are from 6 p.m. all the way to 11 p.m., 12 a.m. So I really wouldn't have time to put an hour aside, an hour and a half aside to get out of my element of competing, to then come back to trading for an hour, to then go back and scrim more. Like, it's just, there's not enough time, bro. There's not enough time. So it's all good. Is everybody ready? Give everybody another minute. 35, we'll get started. Any questions here? What's good, Kendall? My bad, I just seen your chat now. I don't know why this is so late. It says 7:29 that you sent the message, but on the other side it says 7:30. It's 7:31, so it's like kind of laggy. But it's all good, man. Um, Something I was thinking about too. I definitely need to. I gotta. I gotta call E after the session. Take a sip of water. We gotta figure some shit out for the sessions and for the not even the sessions, the course, how we're gonna record it and stuff like that. Might have to take a month vacation to DR. I feel like if that's something you really want to do, you'll make time for it. I would love to see you in the CDL. Give me some hope. Nah, bro, it's you're definitely right. If it's something that I really give a fuck about, it's just to be honest with you, it's just priorities, bro. It's priorities, and I already know what I have to sacrifice in order to take it serious. Because that's another thing. Like, I'm not gonna compete not to take it serious. So, I already know what comes with that. I already know the sacrifices that come with competing. I already know the things that I'm gonna have to say no to. I already know the things that I have to put to the side in order to make that a reality. And truth be told, I'm not, I'm not in the mental space to sacrifice the same things, but sacrifice more because I'm an adult now. Um, to make gaming a reality. I'm just not. I'm not in that position anymore. Um, it seems kind of upside down compared to before, but it's different, right? Like, we're no longer talking about, friends from high school and not being able to hang out with them on the weekends. Like, we're talking about, my brother has kids, my sister has a kid, my parents are getting older, my grandma's getting older. You know what I mean? Like, even though right now I don't take the time to go see them and go take the trips needed to go see them, it's more of, if I am still competing, it's just so much more sacrifice, bro. It's just so much more sacrifice and shit. It's just not, again, for me, it's not worth it. And I say it's not worth it because I don't have the passion that I used to once have for the game. That's just what it boils down to. You know what I mean? So that's really what it is. We're playing but if it's not meant to be, then it's all good. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I'm not even gonna put anything out there in the universe. We'll see what happens. We're playing in the league, make younger Lewis happy. Well, first of all, I hate that you spelled the name with a O, cause I'm not Lois. First of all, um, second of all, of course, it would make younger me happy. It'll fucking, that's the one thing I always wanted to do that I haven't been able to do. You know what I mean? And that'll be something that'll never be taken away. Like it's like, of course that would make my younger self happy, and that's why I want to go back and do it. But I feel like it's not the right time, bro. It's not the right time. It's not the right time. Plus, again, before I even play the game, I don't want to say, "Oh, I'm hype. I'm super excited." Like, I'm not excited for the game. I'm not hyped for it either. I'm really not. I'm really not excited for it at all. It's too much bullshit, bro. Too much BS. Like from the outside looking in, it always seems easy, right? Like, oh, you're just playing a video game, but nah, man. It's 6 hours a day minimum of just scrims and practice and having to deal with three other people being on the same page competing, and you're clashing heads with each other, and two other teammates think they know everything, and two other people don't want to watch VOD. They don't want to go back and watch the recording. They don't want to, in trading it's called backtesting. In gaming it's just called reps. It's watching the film. It's the same thing as any other sport. And do I want to put myself in a situation again where I'm just pissed off every single day? Not really. Not really. I don't want to do that shit again. And that's one thing that I realized from the first thing I realized as soon as I stopped competing was I was so much happier. And it sucks to say that because again, like I love competing, I love the game, I love doing that. Was more than half of my life I spent competing. I spent more than half of my life traveling to events. I spent more than half of my life trying to make that shit a reality. And even though it worked out for a few years, ultimately at the end of the day, like, yeah, even though I accomplished a lot of things, I just wasn't happy. And I wasn't happy just, there was, there's a lot from before that wouldn't affect me now, like all the shit talking and people saying stuff about me, like that wouldn't affect me anymore. But what would affect me now is just why I fell in love with trading, which was it's just me against the market, right? If I could clone myself and make three of myself, you know what I mean? I would compete 100%. I would make clones of myself and I would play with myself. Pause. I would. But again, three other teammates, everybody has to be on the same. It's just like any other sport. Like I said, everybody has to be on the same page. You're not gonna see eye to eye with every single teammate every single time, and that's just really what it is. Like that's really the only thing stopping me from competing again. I don't want to have to deal with that. I don't want to have to deal with yelling at people. I don't want to have to deal with just being annoyed because my teammate thinks he's fucking knows everything and I'm just in the Discord quiet because there's nothing to say. You can't snap people out of their own delusion. So yeah, I don't know, man. So much time away from what truly matters. Let nature take its course. I feel you. When I stopped playing, I was so much happier. Yeah, no external variables, just you against the markets. It's just me and the markets, man. So 1v1 every single day. That's why I win my 1v1s in COD. That's why I win my 1v2s, my 1v3s, my 1v4s. Because it's just me against four other people that fucking have no clue what they're doing on the map. But best believe I know what I'm doing. And that's facts. That's what I love saying. Like, I like talking my shit because I could back it up. The proof is on Twitter. Go look at all my clips. Go look at Twitch. Go look at my clips. I'm clutching up 1v4s every single time. Every single time. That's not even a question. 1v2s, 1v1s, 1v3s. I do it all, bro. So, all right. Since no questions in the chat about trading, let's get started. There's really only one pair that I really want to go over, which is EURUSD, which is what we talked about with E. The pair that E did on Tuesday, I believe it was. I don't even know what day today is. Today's Wednesday, so he did that on Monday. Um, let's go. Let's get started, guys. Let's get started. We'll get to ECAD. Once we get to ECAD, we'll talk about it. And again, the example that I want to give for ECAD is it goes hand in hand with every single pair because every single pair is treated and traded the exact same way. So, um, me Tuesday in that US 30 loan. Man, we gotta talk about that because that shit was just criminal out of you. I don't know what was worse, taking a trade on EU at the top of the zone of consolidation, or taking a long position at a higher high and peak formation high. I don't know what was worse, but we'll keep tabs. We'll keep tabs on that. Man, I was trying to see if if my voice would come back to normal, but I sound like a fucking old man. But alright guys, let's get started. So AU, we know we are in level 3 on a downtrend, right? We have push number 1, first zone of consolidation, push number 2, second zone of consolidation, and then we have the start of push number 3 that gave us the break of structure of the zone of consolidation, which gave us that lower low, and we're just looking for a set lower high to be made for us to then catch those trades from the lower high to go back into the lower low. Again, AUD USD right now. And I know somebody who took this trade, and that's okay, we'll talk about it. There's a reason why I'm avoiding these trades. And, you know, now that E's back, you guys will see the biggest difference in trading styles. Right? Again, and E has said it before, I've said it before, is nothing new, is not a shocker. I'm very patient when it comes to taking my trades. Very patient. Very patient. If something doesn't look picture perfect, I'm not taking it. And again, it's simple as to why I do that. I don't like taking losses. I don't. I come from a competitive background. All I've done is compete in my life. I fucking hate taking losses. So, my markups, the way I view the market, might be just a little bit different than everybody else. The way my brain is wired when it comes to trading, it's very simple. It's either you win or you lose. It's either you take a high probability trade or you take the low probability trade. But the fact that you could see it, high probability versus low probability, right? The fact that we could see that, that is what allows me to stay away from the bullshit trades that everybody takes. And again, I say this with full confidence. Taking losses in the market is not a bad thing. Losses will happen, especially if you're a beginner trader. So there's nothing wrong with taking losses. But when you're 4 years in, 6 years in, 8 years in, and you continue to take the same losses back to back to back to back times, obviously something is wrong. And you have to fix those mistakes. Right? You have to turn those losses into lessons. And those lessons, you have to learn from them and not repeat the same mistakes over and over and over again. Right? So with AU, we know that we're still trading at a lower high. We know that we're still expecting a lower high to be made. Again, when we're looking at the trend, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. We know that we are right here on AU. We're here. This is AU right now. This is what price did the last couple days, which is this move here. I am still expecting AU to give me a steeper pullback, to give us this lower high, to then give us a lower low. Right? Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, into the lower low. Now, why am I expecting a steeper pullback? For 2 reasons. Number 1, could this be a type 3 pattern, a multi-session type 3 pattern where price consolidates, breaks, comes back 50% of the zone of consolidation, and then goes back down to the trend to follow the trend back down? Absolutely. It looks like that's exactly what price wants to do. The second reason as to why, I'm sorry guys, give me 1 second. The second reason why I'm expecting this point of interest as to my pullback is because we have that gap on the 30-minute time frame. I'm expecting price to fill that gap in, and as soon as price fills this gap in is when I'm expecting price to give us that pushback down to the bottom, right? So now let's go look. And our month already finished, but I'm not going to mark this up just yet. We'll wait till Sunday to do this. Now let's go to the 4-hour time frame. What is price doing on the 4-hour time frame? On the 4-hour time frame, we know price was giving us higher high, right? We start from the back, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Then it gave us a change of character, lower low. Was the inducement. And we know that it was an inducement because price came back to the lower low, didn't give us that valid break, and then came up and gave us a change of character, higher high. So we know that on the 4-hour time frame, price just gave us a break of structure, a change of character, back to the top side. It gave us from lower low up to a higher high. So we know that this pullback to the bottom side, this push here, is just a higher low, right? So understanding that I'm at a higher low point, price just gave us higher high, higher low. I already know, yes, even though in the beginning of the week we were looking for a 372, yes, to the bottom side, even though we were looking for that third week push to the bottom side, I already knew that this was a low probability trade to take if we were to go and look for shorts, because price is trading at a higher low point, right? So then it takes us down to the 30-minute time frame. It's very simple. 30-minute time frame. What is price doing? On the 30-minute, price gave us the change of character lower low. It gave us a lower high. It gave us a break of structure, lower low to the bottom, and then price on Tuesday, right? It went up on Tuesday. It came up and it gave us an inducement of the high. It came back down in the beginning of Asia session. Ending of Asia going into London, it went up again and it gave us another exhaustion candle, another inducement. But again, understanding the fact that we are trading in a daily time frame higher low, we're trading in a 4-hour time frame higher low. Am I expecting price to make higher low, lower low, or am I expecting price to make higher low, higher high? I'm expecting a higher high to be made. On top of everything else, we had 3 days of rise. After 3 days of rise, the market must move sideways or go down. And what did the market do today? It moved sideways. So why the fuck would I take a trade today on AU? Why? What confirmations did we get? Did we get a change of character? Did we get a break of structure? We didn't get any of that. There's nothing. There's absolutely nothing. We had higher high, higher low, higher high. Literally, if you guys look at the market structure on the 5-minute time frame, you had higher high, this crazy push, right? Higher low. And I'm not going to say that this is higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher. No. All of this is part of the same trend. Boom, higher high. Right? And then what happened? Nothing. Price gave you a higher low. Right? Gave you a higher low. Right? And then price gave you a equal high to the top side. So at no point did we even get a change of character. At no point did we get a break of structure for me to start looking for a short position on AU. There's nothing. So why would I put myself in a situation to take a 50% trade, 50% chance of winning, 50% chance of losing? There's no point. There's no point for me. It doesn't make sense. When I play Call of Duty, I'm not looking to win 50% and make a 50% chance play. No, when I'm playing the fucking video game, if you play 2K, if you play Madden, if you play FIFA, you're not making plays on the field that's gonna make you lose. Right? You're gonna look at your teammates, you're gonna see where they're at, who you could pass the ball to, who not to pass the ball to, what lane to hit. Right? It's the same way in trading. It's the exact same thing. I think of it the exact same way. The mindset is the same thing. I'm looking at every single position that I could possibly take. And if a position doesn't show up clearly on the chart, I'm not taking it. It doesn't make sense. If the daily time frame is in an uptrend and the 4-hour time frame is consolidating and the 30-minute time frame is on a downtrend, what the fuck am I gonna take? Every time frame is telling you something different. Why would I even look at this pair? Now, if the daily is uptrending and the 4-hour is uptrending and the 30-minute is uptrending, what do we think is gonna happen? Price is gonna fall? No, it's gonna go up. It's gonna uptrend because every time frame is telling you the exact same thing, and vice versa. If the daily is downtrending and the 4-hour is downtrending and the 30-minute is downtrending, what do we think price is gonna do? You think our entry is gonna be uptrending because we're downtrending on every single time frame? No, we're gonna be on a downtrend. We're gonna be looking for those short positions. So that's what I'm saying, guys. Like, trading really isn't that difficult. It's ourselves that make it difficult for ourselves for no reason, because we want to be impatient. We want to get into every single trade. We want to get every single move every single day, but not every day is a trading day. Once you guys realize and understand that not every day is a trading day, you guys will be so much more free. So much more free. You don't have to be up all fucking day every night. Forex is a 24-hour, 6-day market. You think I'm up 24 hours looking at the charts, Asia, London, NYC? No. No. And he said it best when he was here with me. I forgot who we were having this conversation with, but it was pretty much, long story short, to not talk too much. Pretty much saying, like, we all start trading to give ourselves freedom and have a better quality of life, but as soon as we start trading, we do the complete opposite. We're on our monitor screens for 12, 16 hours a day, every single day. We don't shower, we don't brush our teeth, we don't go out. We're just in our screen, in our room the entire time. So, again, I'm only trading NYC session unless I see something crystal clear during Asia, or unless I see something crystal clear during London session. Yo, I'm not taking a trade during Asia. I'm not taking a trade during London. Why? Because that's not my time to be on the charts. I'm not going to force myself out of my sleep at fucking 1 in the morning, 2 a.m., 3 in the morning to look at the goddamn charts. I'm good. Again, I started trading to have a better quality of life, to have more time on my hands, to not be tired all day. That's really what it is. So I don't care about missing trades during Asia session, because that's not the session I'm trading. I don't care about missing trades in London session, because that's not my session. It's not my session. That's like me. What analogy can I give for that? Like, that's like if I'm LeBron's teammate and I'm pissed at LeBron for fucking missing a ball and I'm not even I'm not even on the court. Like, why am I pissed? I'm not even on the fucking court. It's not my time. It's not my time. So I don't know. I don't know what analogy I could give for that to make more sense, but it's like, I don't know, man. I just have a lot to vent about because I feel like, I don't know, that one session we had with E, that kind of just pissed me off because everybody looked so lost in the chat. Like, if we didn't go over shit that so simple stuff that everybody was just getting wrong. Like, what's going on here? Making me look bad now. I came to that realization today on my bike ride. What about the time and shit? But it is true. It is true, and again, that's why I've been feeling that shit too these last couple of weeks. Like, dude, I'm home all day. I'm literally, bro. I wake up at 5:30 in the morning. From 5:30 all the way till 10 p.m. I'm on my chair. I'm in my room. I'm just rotting in here. I'm not doing shit. Like, it's crazy, bro. It really is. It is insane. It really is. And again, it's not like it bothers me. It doesn't. At least not right now. It doesn't bother me. But I know it's not good for me. So, just having the consciousness of knowing that what I'm doing is not good for me, it makes me feel bad. So, anyway, let's keep going, guys. So, AU. Nothing really to trade right now, guys. Still looking for those pullbacks to be given. As soon as we start making lower lows and lower highs, that's when I'll be trading. And we've pretty much just gave a crazy example. So these next couple pairs up until ECAD. I'm gonna stop at ECAD, talk about what I wanted to talk about when it comes to the market makers pattern and the levels that we're trading in and what to be expecting. Every other pair, guys, I'm gonna go through it, pretty quick. So if you guys have any questions, just let me know. Again, any specific questions you guys have about any pair, whether or not they're on our list, just let me know. Any trades you guys took, let me know. If I'm going too fast and you want me to explain something again, just let me know. But I am gonna go through this pretty quick since we did have that little vent session in AU. Man, I gotta get some more water. My fucking throat's killing me again. Ham says on God. Notice that I can get in the habit of chasing instead of just building the character to attract it and let it come with being patient, applying what I know. Chasing profitability. Yeah, no, that's part of it. You know what I mean? That really is part of it. It happens. Even for myself, I'll put myself out there and I'll give you an example. Like this month there has been days. Even though we joke about it, because when I do feel it, the way I cope with what I feel, I make jokes about it. But behind every joke is there's real meaning behind jokes, right? So, with that being said, there's been multiple times this month. It happened to me today too, where I'm like, yo, I start doubting myself, and I'm like, do I know what the fuck I'm looking at? Like, I just went an entire month with no fucking trades. And I sat down for an hour. I looked through the pairs one by one, every single pair that I look at this entire month, and I'm like, no, like, there has been no setups during the NYC session. Now, has there been setups for us to trade? Yeah, during Asia and London session. So it's not that I don't know what I'm looking for. It's not like we missed every single trading opportunity because we just don't know what we're looking for. No, there just wasn't no entries for me personally when it comes to the NYC session. So, you know, with that comes with the, chasing profits and chasing trades. Luckily for me, that's not something that I'm into anymore. That's something that I've been able to just let go. I don't care about chasing trades anymore. That's not something that I go through like I used to. But again, that just comes with the experience, and not only the experience, that comes with the confidence in the trade, right? So that's what it boils down to. Speed it up, fuck you, Muhammad. Exactly. That kind of what pushed me to taking that US 30 trade, seeing all the trades missed in the other sessions. Yeah, no, and even having E back, seeing how many fucking trades this motherfucker take. He's already taken more trades than me in the last 3 days than I have this entire year, right? But again, it's nothing different, right? It happened in the beginning of the year too with AU. He took 4 trades. Out of the 4 trades that he took, I took 1. Or I think he took 5 trades and I took 2. You know what I mean? But it's different. You look at the times that he's on the charts and you look at the times that he takes the trades. Yeah, the majority of them are NYC session, but a big portion of them, like yesterday, right? It's not like I didn't see GJ. It's not like I didn't see, US oil. It's not like I didn't see Bitcoin. Those were 3 trades that I was looking at to take for today. But then you wake up at 5:30 in the morning, 6 a.m., and the moves were already made at 1 in the morning, 2 a.m. You're late. That's it. The moves have been made already. So again, it's not like really I've missed trades. I haven't missed any trades. The trades just haven't been playing out in the sessions that I'm on the charts. So it's all good. Like I said, I'm not gonna be up at 2 in the morning. I'm not. I'm not gonna do it. That's just how it is. So it is what it is at that point. All right, so let's get this shit started, man. Let's keep going. So ACAD, we know we're still in A1. We're in the first zone of consolidation on a downtrend. We're still making higher highs and higher lows. At this point, we have 2 months to rise. We have a week of counter rise as well. And on the 30-minute time frame, we're still trading between our previous change of character, lower low, and this high. We had 3 days of rise. After 3 days of rise, the market must move sideways or go down. And we ended up going up a little bit, right? Either way, we have 4 days of rise. All good. Nothing to trade on ACAD. For EA on the daily time frame, EA, we're trading in level 3 on an uptrend. We're expecting price to reach our previous peak highs up at these highs over here. If we zoom in on the daily and the 4-hour time frame, we're just stuck in the zone of consolidation. So all I'm looking for is continuations. We had 2 weeks of rise. This week being the 3rd week, price is still just making lower lows and lower highs. So at this point, we still don't really have any entry criteria for EA just yet. Price is still giving us lower lows and lower highs as well. We had 2 days of drop. Today being the third day, price did not give us that third day low, but it did give us a no net. So again, for EA, would love to see that third week push to the top side, but price is still giving us lower lows and lower highs. So nothing to trade on EA. For ECAD, so we'll get started with ECAD. There's a lot of confusion around ECAD and where we're at and what we're looking for and yada yada yada. Right? So let's start off with this. First and foremost is, again, the area that we're trading in. Price already gave us the push to our previous peak high. Right now, we are in peak high territory. We're in previous peak high territories. Now, what if, which is what E said, what if we're in level 2 rise instead of it being level 3 rise? Okay. If we're in level 2 rise, what do I want to see? I want to see price bouncing off the 200 EMA, which is the white EMA. Not the 50, which we've been bouncing off the 50, which is why I marked this as a second zone of consolidation. The two reasons why I marked this as a second zone of consolidation. Number one, sideways movement. Right? Number two, previous peak highs. And I guess the third reason is because we're bouncing off the 50 EMA instead of the 200. Now, but price gave us higher high, higher low, higher high. That's correct. 100%. Very similar to AU at one point. It gave us a zone of consolidation. Yeah, and I think we went over that chart. I think that was the chart that E went over on AU. Right? So, could this be level 2? Yes. But I wouldn't mark this as the market maker's pattern on the daily time frame. I'd go down to the 4-hour time frame. I don't know what I just removed. Was it not the session breaks? I would mark this as, or I would mark the market maker's pattern on this chart on the 4-hour time frame, where we have push 1, first zone of consolidation, and then this is push number 2 that we're currently still in. Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and we can see that we're bouncing off the 200 EMA. So again, me personally, I wouldn't, if price gives us the confirmation that yes, we are in level 2 instead of level 3, then I'm going to switch this market maker's pattern from being on the daily time frame to being on the 4-hour time frame. Because again, even if we look at our rules on the daily time frame, it looks like we're in level 3. Level 1, bounce off the 50, cool. Level 2, bounce off the 200, cool. Level 3, bounce off the 50. 5 and the 15 cross above the 50 in level 1. Level 2, 50 crosses above the 200 and stays above. Perfect. Right? And level 3, we got the cross of the 200 and the 800 fairly very early. Fairly early on the trend. But in level 3, what do we want to see? The fannings of the EMAs. So again, right now, it looks like we're in level 3 on the daily time frame. Again, besides everything else, at the end of the day, I don't care about what's going on here. Why? Because we're in previous peak highs. So again, for me personally, I am not trading when price reaches previous peak highs or previous peak lows. The reasons why. This is where the market makers are trapping traders. Trapping traders. Same thing when you're in a zone of consolidation. You're getting trapped. You're in a zone of consolidation. It's an area in the market where the market makers are trapping traders. So if you already know the definition of these areas, why would you put yourself in a situation to take these trades? Why? Because you want to take a trade? Cool, go do it. I'm not going to do it. So that's the reason why I am not even looking to take trades in this area. This is why I have ECAD marked the way that I have it marked anyway. Because right now we have a lot of rules that are just contradicting each other. We are already in peak high territory. We're already at a higher high. We're trading at the daily highs. We're trading at the 4-hour highs. We're trading at the 30-minute highs. Look how many exhaustion candles we have up here. Right? We have so many exhaustion. There's so many things happening on this pair. Just trapping traders. I'm not going to be trading that. I'm okay. I'm not experienced enough to trade this. And we'll leave it at that. I'm just not experienced enough. We'll let the pro traders, the veteran traders trade this. But I'm not a veteran trader. I still tread lightly. I still respect my rules every single day. Because I already know how it is. The one time we didn't respect our rules, we fucking took a loss. Still pissed off. Fuck you, GCAD. Right? The one day we didn't follow our rules is the one fucking loss that we have. That's why I follow my rules. It's that simple. You either follow the rules or you don't. You're either going to win or you don't. It's that simple for me. It's not rocket science. Peak high territory, peak low territory, I'm not taking a trade. It doesn't matter where we're at. It doesn't matter if we're in level 1 and level 1 went to peak high. If we're in level 1 and it went to peak high, I'm definitely not trading. Because what the fuck are we doing? Right? So same thing. Alright, we're in level 2, but level 2 gave us that new high. Alright, cool. We'll let price make that new high. When that new high is set and we start getting a change of character break of structure down to the bottom side, I'll start taking those trades from the top all the way back down to the bottom. I'm okay with that. I'm looking at 15 other pairs. I don't have to babysit one trade. I don't have to take a Hail Mary trade. All I gotta look for is my rules being played out on one pair. And that's it. I don't have to look for whatever it is with one pair. I'm cool. I'm chilling. Trust me, I'm good. Right, so this is where we're going to speed it up. That's really what I wanted to talk about. ECAD, any questions about that, let me know. These other pairs, I'm going to go through them. So EU, we're in level 2 on an uptrend. We're trading at a higher high. At this higher high, price is just moving sideways. No continuations on the daily, no continuations on the 4. On the 30-minute, price gave us a change of character down to the bottom. It gave us 3 days of rise. After 3 days of rise, the market must move sideways or go down. And we ended up moving sideways. So price is doing exactly what it needs to do. No trends, like I said, no continuations. Price is moving sideways for the last 3 days, so I'm gonna wait for price to start trending again for EU before I take a trade. Very similar to GU as well. Right, GA, we're in peak high territory. Once again, peak high territory, I'm not gonna trade. Doesn't matter what I see, I don't care. It's that simple. Yo, it really is that simple. Peak high territory, stop looking for a fucking trade. That's it. I got, man. Let me vent, man. Let me fucking vent. 30-minute time frame. We have a change of character. We had the break of structure. Lower low, lower high. Peak high territory still. Not gonna do anything about this. We'll wait for price to give us that change and break on the higher time frame. Once we have the confirmation that the trend has shifted from uptrend to downtrend, that's when I'll start taking these trades. GCAD. Let's go ahead and delete some of these drawings here. Right, that 4-hour market makers pattern makes a lot of sense. Yeah, 100%. And that's what I saw. This morning I wanted to have the conversation yesterday, but nobody was on the WAP. So I was like, yo, there's no point in me talking about this to nobody. So I decided to just wait till today to do it. But that's pretty much what I wanted to talk about. Like, if we say we're in level 2, then we have to go down to the 4-hour time frame, because again, if we're following the rules step by step, market makers pattern on the daily time frame on EuroCAD just wouldn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense, right? But if you go down to the 4-hour, which is okay, right? It's okay. Sometimes, we haven't seen it in a long time, but usually, for the most part, 9 out of 10 times the market makers pattern is going to be on the daily time frame, right? Some other times it'll be on the 4-hour. Is there cases that the market makers pattern will be on the 1-hour time frame? Yeah. Again, and that's the one thing that I wish we had our homework from the first website with E, when he was the one doing the teaching and I was the student. I wish we could go back and go look at the markings that I had, because it used to be a thing where we used to be There was a pair or two that used to be on the 1 hour time frame. EU is also bouncing off the 50. Yeah, yeah. But with EU, we're just looking for a pullback. We're trading at a higher high. So if we look at EU, for example, right now we're bouncing off the 50, right? But we're looking for that steeper pullback, which is why for the longest I've been telling, I've been saying that I'm looking for price to give us a steeper pullback. But EU's a little different, right? Because EU, we're not confused about the market makers pattern on EU. It's crystal clear where we're at with this, right? Price just hasn't given us a pullback just yet. Um, you can see it on the 402 clear as day. Upload homework on the WAP PDF files. I'm getting my PC back soon. Putting aside some money to get a GPU. But yeah, I have to. That's another thing too, right? If I decide to come back to compete, I gotta get a brand new PC. Could it be V2 instead of a pullback on EU? No. You're saying if this could be V2? No, we're still in level 2 rise. Um, you know, could price do something where like this turns into a zone of consolidation? It looks like it wants to shape up to do that, because price already rejected these highs. We just haven't rejected the lows yet. So at this point, and again, that is when you start marking it up this way, it makes sense because we know that we're looking for price to bounce off the 200, but we also have these gaps at the bottom of the chart. So, could price give us a steeper pullback, give us a higher low to then continue into a higher high? Yeah, absolutely. So it's just about, again, this is why I don't trade in these areas, right? Because it's just there's not enough data for us to take high quality trades. There's just not enough data. There's not enough going on. Price has just been moving sideways in these areas. Oh, I was asking you to upload homework on the WAP. Wouldn't be a bad idea. We'll just have to wait. Yeah, that's all it is. At the end of the day, we're still trading at a higher high. So once we get that higher low, that's when I'll start trading again. We already went over G8, right? Yeah. PKI territory. Did we go over GCAT as well? GCAT, we're still trading at these highs, so I'm not trading it just yet. Do have 2 months of rise. Price already gave us that 3rd month push, gave us a 4th week push to the top side. And then we have yet 4 days. Still trading lower low and lower highs, so we'll be patient with GCAT as well. GJ gave us that beautiful 372 back down to the bottom. Hasn't given us the break of the highs. Gave us another month, 3 months where we've just been moving sideways. No break of the highs just yet. Right, and then we have 3 days of drop. After 3 days of drop, the market must move sideways or go up. 3 days of drop. And price gave us a change of character, break of structure. We'll be patient with GJ. I'm not going to update this just yet. GU. We have another day of rise. Price is still giving us lower lows and lower highs, so there's nothing really to talk about here. Very similar to AU. NZD USD gave us 2 days of counter rise. We know that we're in the second zone of consolidation. Looking for that third and final push to the bottom. We had a change of character. We had the change of character, then we had the break of structure down to the lower low. But price is still giving us higher highs and higher lows on the 5-minute time frame. So as soon as we start seeing change of characters, break of structures for NZD USD, we'll start taking that. US 30, I'm not trading it for now. You have 2 days of rise. You have a lot of gaps in the market. So I'm not gonna bat an eye to this. And these last couple pairs, guys, I'm not trading it. USD CAD is still sitting at the top of the zone of consolidation. Still moving sideways at this point. Gave us a day of rise. USD ZAR, we're still making lower lows and lower highs. We're still in the second zone of consolidation on an uptrend. So as soon as we start making higher highs and higher lows, this is when I'll start trading it. But right now we're still making lower lows and lower highs. Gold currently in peak high territory. I'm not going to be trading it. We had 4 days, 2, 3, 4 days of rise. Price finally gave us that no nut that we were looking for. Gave us that sideways movement. We're trading at a higher high once again. As soon as we start making lower lows and lower highs, change of character, break of structure, that's when I'll start trading. You had said that you wouldn't be surprised if NU gave us a change of character of the 30-minute to give us a pullback on the higher time frame to bounce off the EMA to continue down. You said NU. Let's see. So you wouldn't be surprised if NU gave us a change of character of the 30-minute to give us a pullback on the higher time frame, bounce off the EMA to continue down. Yeah. So if we're looking for price to bounce off the 50, right, which on the daily time frame we know is here, and then if we end up getting up that pullback, right, we see structure, right, lower low, lower high. We're trading at a lower low, right, on the 4-hour time frame. We're bouncing off the 50, right, but on the 30-minute time frame, all we have is 800. So kind of looking at this just from the 800 point of view and how price is moving, I don't think price will give us this deep of a pullback. You know, I still think it'll give us a change of character? It could, but it'll respect the 800 EMA. Which again, if we start looking at the time frames again, you know, could price, if price decides to give us that change of character and go down, could the 50 trend lower, and then we'll bounce off the 50 on the daily? Yes. So I wouldn't really say to keep an eye on the 50 on the daily. I would say more pay attention to the 800 EMA. 800 EMA is where I would be looking to see price give us that pullback. Right, BTC gave us that third day push. Third day gave us a rise no net. After a rise no net, expecting that fourth day push to the top side, and it gave us exactly that. And then last but not least, US oil, we had 2 days of drop. 2 days of drop looking for that third day push. It gave us that beautiful third day push back down to the bottom. After 3 days of drop, the market must move sideways or go up. So we'll see, man. We're expecting a valid, well, we had a change of character down to the lower low, and then we had a change of character back to the higher high, and then price gave us another change of character here, inducement to the lower low. So once again with oil, as soon as we start trending, we'll start taking those trades again. When I go a long time without trading, I have a doubt in trading or my analysis without having you there. Oh, that's cute. Oh man, it's all good. It's all part of the game, bro. It's part of the process. It really is just all part of the process. I used to feel the same fucking way with E. But even he would tell you, like, I hate that feeling. Like, oh, I need somebody there for me to feel comfortable. Fuck that. You know what I mean? You know, and this boils down to why I'm so accessible to you guys, right? Because, you know, me and E never had this conversation, but I'm sure that he saw it. I'm sure that he realized it, which was, you know, I started kind of stepping away from always speaking to him about trading and needing to be in a room with him about trading or on a call in a Discord to, yo, I'm doing my own thing, right? But if I ever needed help or if I ever had a question or if I didn't understand something or if I took a loss, I know that I could hit him up at any time, right? Which is the way I am, which is the reason why I'm the way with you guys, which is I'm available 24/7. If it's 2 in the morning and you fucking took a loss and you need to call me, you'll call me. Send me a message. What are we doing? What are we looking at? Right? Because I understand that. As a competitor, I also understand that. It's part of it, right? When especially when you're, in the youth leagues and even through high school, right? You're playing sports, you want your coach there. Yo coach, yo coach. Yo coach, thank you. Yo coach this, yo coach that, right? It's not until you start playing like real ball and like, you go to college with it and then you get drafted, that's when you start getting that independence of, you trust your game and your knowledge of the sport because you've done it for X amount of time. It's the same way with trading. So, again, it's just all about confidence. But that confidence comes with knowledge, right? And that knowledge is only attainable if you continue to grow and you continue to do it every single day, right? That confidence only builds if you continue to backtest, right? You continue to backtest, you continue to see that your strategy is working and it does work and it continues to work. That's the only way to build confidence, right? And even the days that you don't trade, again, you could go days without trading, but backtest, right? Follow your rules. Understand that, okay, why wasn't today a trading day? Was there something that played out? That's all it was. Again, that was really me yesterday. I went through every single pair. I was like, all right, yo, what the fuck? But it's the same thing that happened in the beginning of the year. What are we gonna trade in a zone of consolidation? What are we gonna trade when price is moving counter trends? What are we gonna trade when price is in peak highs or peak lows? There's nothing. So I appreciate you, man. Of course, my brother. No problem. No problemo at all. But alright, guys. Any questions? Anything else? Anything you guys want me to go over? Let me know. Um, I do too. Thank you, Mohammed. I notice you and me have a saying when y'all hang up the phone. That's cute. What do we say? What? All good. Have a good night. All right, Mohammed. Have a good night, brother. You said it in Spanish, so I couldn't understand it. Oh, bro, I don't fucking know. Wait, what do we say when we hang up? We say a whole bunch of shit, bro, when we hang up. I'm trying to think, like, what the hell did I tell him? Oh, I don't know, bro. It was on the call when he was in the Discord. I don't know. I don't remember. I don't think I was there for that, man. I might have been. I might have been a little too young for that. Good night, Mr. Kendall. See you tomorrow morning, my brother. And likewise, likewise. Get home safe. You're at work today, right? Get home safe, yo. There's a lot of crazy people out there tonight. Need anything? I'll book my flight through Spirit. Man, you're gonna become a Spirit if you keep fucking taking those flights. It's time to level up, bro. You gotta take that PJ. Price isn't even too crazy on a PJ, to be honest. I was looking at it today. I'm like, yo, what? I thought it was gonna be a lot more. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go full time soon. Once I get my live account to 5K, I'm already a full time trader. You are a full time trader already. What is the definition of a full time trader, man? Like I had some conversation with some dude say he's like, yo, what do you do? I'm like, yo, I do a lot of stuff. Again, it's such a weird thing. You know, we'll finish this conversation off with this, but it's like a weird thing. You go online and you see people talking shit like, "Oh, you're not a real trader if you do more than just trade." Like, "Oh, if you're a trader, you're supposed to only be a trader." Like, yo, we're the only industry, or trading is the only industry, which is not even real, bro, because it's just a whole bunch of fucking fake Nigerian ass bots. But so it just doesn't even count. So I don't even know why I'm even saying this, but long story short, shit you guys see online is fucking stupid, bro. Trading is and it's a financial space which is hilarious. Like everybody has been saying the same thing for years, which is yo, you cannot become financially free and financially stable without multiple sources of income, right? You cannot become a millionaire, multi-millionaire without having multiple sources of income. And the fact that people feel so entitled to, oh, I'm a full-time trader and that's all I do. Like you feel good about that? Like, all right, bro. Like, not even the trader you look up to is a full time trader, realistically speaking, because he's charging you $2,500 for a fucking course that doesn't even work. You've been in this clown's fucking course for 3 years and you're still not profitable. So, again, like, the traders you guys look up to aren't even full time, they're not even full time traders. They have scamming courses and then they got scamming prop firms and then they got scamming fucking brokers and so on and so forth, man. And then you wonder why you're on year 6 and you're still not profitable because you're learning from some fucking clowns. So that's really what it is. But alright, guys, hope you guys have a good rest of your night. We'll see you guys tomorrow morning for the live trading session at 7 a.m. Eastern. Again, for today's watch list, I don't really have anything on my watch list actively, but we'll be up tomorrow morning. We'll look at the charts. We'll see if we see anything that's good. For today, we had NFP at 8 in the morning, and then we had another high impact news at 10. Um, then for tomorrow, Thursday, we have CHF news at 2:30 in the morning, and then we have unemployment claims tomorrow. So that's all we have for tomorrow. Should be a pretty easy day. Friday, we have NFP again, uh, and unemployment. So if we don't get no volume tomorrow by 9:30, 10 a.m., then we already know we're not going to get no volume in the market until pretty much Friday once that news hits. So I feel like with you and E and the mindset I have, I'm already full time. Yo, so that's how it should be, man. Again, like, especially with us here, yo, we have way too much information. Like, we had this conversation with one of our friends the other day too when E was here over the phone. It's like we have too much information not only information that's from the streams, but information from 2014, 2015 when he started doing the sessions and he started teaching. Um, so much backtest, so much proof of concept. We have it all. We have it all. Like, for you to not get through the course is because you didn't do it correctly or because you just didn't do it at all. So that's all it is. It's really simple, bro. Like, this shit's not rocket science. You're looking for 3 days of rise, 3 days of drops. You're looking for 3 weeks of rise, 3 weeks of drop, 3 months of rise, 3 months of drop. Where are you in the zone of consolidation? Top of the zone or bottom of the zone or in the middle? Are you uptrending or are you downtrending? Like, these are very simple stuff, and these are all things that you see on the daily time frame, right? Everything else, like, and this is something else that I had texted him about, which is like, yo, the reason why I didn't really want you to fucking go over the trades you take is because you're trading like a 15-year veteran in the game, right? And you're teaching 15 years of experience to people who've only been trading for a year and a half or less. So, this is the reason why everybody was confused on the stream, because you're teaching 15 years of experience to somebody who started a couple months ago. And the reason why I dumb it down for you guys, like, yo, I'm not fucking going over, again, I said this on the stream, like, yo, I'm not gonna go over 1 minute structure with you guys. Do I use it every single day? Yeah, every time I go to the 1 minute time frame, I'm looking for it. I'm not gonna mark it because I know you guys are gonna be fucking lost. You guys are gonna be so fucking lost. And it's not something that you need. It's truly not something that you need to be profitable. You already have everything. You have the EMA bounces. You have the change of character. You have the break of structure. You have the engulfing candle retest. You have the type 1, type 2, type 3 pattern. Like, what else do you want? You have the continuations. 2 days, 3 days of rise or drop. You have the weeks. You have so much information. You have the 30-minute highs, the 30-minute lows, the 4-hour highs, the 4-hour lows, the daily lows, the daily highs. What else do you want? What else do you want to add to it? Everything else that you add after that is just more confluence and more confirmations, but at that point, it's like what we said, analysis paralysis. You're doing too much. There's just no point. Like, pretty much what he went over the other day, that's what we would go over in the senior class. Like, that's not even like the beginning of senior. No, this is like the end of the senior, when you're already taking trades and you're already profitable, and it's like, here's more tools you can add to your belt, but only after you do the fucking basic shit. Because again, if you can't even see structure on the daily time frame, how the fuck are we gonna do that on the 1 minute? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't work. And we know it doesn't work because we've seen it. Like, this isn't something new. This isn't the first time we teach. You know what I mean? Like, yo, I've been doing it since 2021. He's been doing it fucking since 2015 or some shit like that. So, it's nothing new. It's not like we don't know what's going on. Like, we knew everybody was gonna be lost before we even did the session. So, this information isn't for the people who are trying to bullshit it. A+ students, that's it. Yeah, I mean, that's just trading. And Steve said it best. If you get into trading thinking that you're gonna do it as a hobby, take up photography. It's cheaper. It's cheaper and it's less than a headache. Trading is not something you do as a hobby. Trading is something that you're in it or you're not. It's not, oh, I'm gonna be in it for this week and then I'm gonna be away for 7 years and then I'm gonna come back again. And no, it doesn't work that way. It's not like the gym. The gym, you lose your gains, but you can get it back very quick. The gym, you could use the gym as a hobby, but understand that if the gym is gonna be your hobby, you're not gonna look like Arnold, right? You're not gonna look like The Rock if you're taking the gym as a hobby. But could you do it? Absolutely. In trading, though, you're not gonna be able to do it. Trading is not a hobby. This is not something you do as a hobby. It's too expensive. There's too much stuff going on. Again, photography is a lot cheaper than trading, man. So that's pretty much it, guys. Again, any questions, let me know. Give you guys 40 seconds. Anything else you guys want to talk about? Anything else you guys want me to go over? Anything that didn't make sense that you want me to explain? Let me know. Seems like you guys are good. Alright, guys. Have a good rest of your night. We'll see you guys tomorrow morning for the live trading session. Peace out.